So, good morning, everyone. I'm very excited to talk to you. Around 15 years ago, together with a group of young BMW executives, I visited Tesla for the first time in Silicon Valley. And as most of my peers were smiling, I was very fascinated and somehow caught the spark at that time of electric mobility. And since then, I've been dedicating most of my time and career to push forward electric mobility. I also spent 20 years of my life in China. I studied there in the 90s and worked many years for BMW. Also started my own electric vehicle startup in China called Byton. The tech from Silicon Valley, the engineering from Germany, the supply chain in China, so kind of a global startup. Unfortunately, we failed during the Corona time, which was a very tough experience. But in the end, also lots of valuable lessons learned. Now, moved back to Europe 3 years ago, and at that time I was puzzled by the fact seeing how far behind transport and logistics sector in Europe is in terms of electrification. Less than 4% electric, and it's a huge impact in Europe on carbon emissions. If you look at the segment of the light commercial vehicles, it has a huge contribution. And the current products out there, they're really very poor. Either very expensive, much more expensive than a diesel or gasoline car, or very poor performance, small range, small performance. So it was really the feeling for me, this is a place to define a game-changing electric van. And that's why we founded Flynt and set it up. And the market is huge, so I believe until 2030 we will see around 4 million light commercial vehicles in Europe, all gasoline or diesel, going to be replaced by electric vans. So if you calculate the total market size, probably around 200 billion for the next 5 years, and that's a huge opportunity. So what did we do? So the last 2 years we worked kind of in a stealth mode doing sort of co-creation. So we talked a lot with potential customers from all kind of different use cases. And of course, besides doing a zero emission vehicle, we also want to compete with the gasoline and diesel guys in terms of cost. Not only catching the guys who want to do something good, but also being better cost-wise. So total cost of ownership, not only the purchase price needs to compete with diesel and gasoline, but also in terms of maintenance and also the consumption of the vehicle. And besides that, we addressed all the functional issues which we have with current electric cars, which is the range. So we will be able to do more than 500 kilometers. We have fast charging on an 800-volt platform, and we have a super efficient vehicle with a huge payload. And this is complemented by a digital ecosystem, which allows the customers also to plug in their fleet management system into the vehicle, so to have a direct access to that. So this vehicle we have defined, and we are not engineering and producing that ourselves, but we are sourcing that in China from one of the leading 5 Chinese OEM. And why are we partnering with China? Because the time is tight. And China has taken the lead in terms of EV technology, in terms of cost, in terms of the supply chain, overall battery technology, and the product quality reaches the European standard. We're working with GAC Group. This is one of the top 5 Chinese OEM. They're very advanced in terms of the electric vehicle technology, and they're engineering and producing this product, but based on our product input. So this is not an off-the-shelf product. It's tailor-made for us, for the European market under the Flynt brand. And we are focusing on bringing this product to the market with great service and giving a great customer experience. So our business model is asset light, and we are focusing on lots of use cases in this segment. And just to give you an example in the short time, so the 3 biggest use case we are focusing with our light commercial vehicles is the craftsman area, also the last mile delivery, the DHLs and the Amazons, and the third area is recreational vehicles and campers. So for all of those use cases, we're working on very specific solutions to really create a perfect product for them, tailor-made coming over here. So our business model is asset light. We try to have a super efficient team here. We source the product from China, and in Europe, in more than 20 markets, we are building up the service and sales network with partners. And the service is super important for the customer, so we need very good parts infrastructure, very good service infrastructure, and we focus on a digital-first strategy also to build a service ecosystem where we can support the growth. So in terms of the team, I also have a Chinese co-founder, so long-term Chinese friend. He is in China and dealing with the interface with the partner for the R&D and production. Moritz and Laura are also long-term colleagues who are very experienced in after-sales, sales and marketing. And we are planning to further grow the team after the seed round. So we are currently working on our seed round of 10 million and plan to close this by the end of Q3. So where are we in the process? We have already built the first prototype of the vehicle and we have shown it and released the pictures. The vehicle is currently on the ship. It's going to arrive by the end of this month. Those of you interested, I will be happy to show it around. It's really a proof of the concept that this very efficient packaging and all these parameters I showed you can work. We have already signed the first partnerships with distributors in some markets, and we are working, as I said, to close the seed round with 10 million by the end of Q3. The market launch, first handover to real customer, is planned by middle of 26. And then we will grow. We will start in Germany and Norway, and then we will slowly grow across whole of Europe. Yeah, in the end, I still share a few pictures with you of this nice, very functional van, also in a camping scenario, and very excited maybe to go this way together with some of you. And I hope very much that Flynt can make some contribution to the decarbonization of the transport sector. Thank you.